So when we think of the holiday Halloween, we don't think of many hazards that we would face as adults. However, this is incorrect. During the Halloween season, there are many hazards that we and our families face in regards to safety. And I'm not just talking about those weird neighbors next door. So when it comes to hazards of Halloween, the number one that comes to mind is trick-or-treating. But what hazards do we face when we are out with our families trick-or-treating? Well, first and foremost is people on the roads. This accounts for the number one accident during the Halloween season. We're walking through neighborhoods, crossing streets and intersections, and on those streets are people and vehicles. And what are most of those people doing while they're driving? Distracted with their phone. That's right. As technology advances, so does the distraction of phones while driving. So knowing that this major hazard is out there when we are with our families trick-or-treating, what can we do to protect ourselves? Well, number one is going to be awareness. Number two is going to be have a flashlight. Always carry a flashlight with you and your family when trick-or-treating, not only so you can see where you're going, but also as a warning signal at vehicles that are approaching. Furthermore, some additional Halloween safety tips. Number 1, use glow sticks or flashlights while trick-or-treating. Number 2, masks can obstruct vision. Choose face paint instead. Number 3, eliminate distractions and put electronic devices down. Number 4, cross the street at corners using traffic signals and crosswalks. Number 5, slow down and use extra caution while driving through residential areas. So the next tradition we think of when it comes to Halloween is pumpkin carving, or as I like to call it, pumpkin sculpting. But we don't want to lose a hand and spend the night in the hospital, so what are some tips that we can remember when doing this activity with our family? Carve in a clean, dry, well-lit area. Wash and thoroughly dry all of the tools that you will use, including carving tools, knives, cutting surfaces, and your hands. Any moisture on your tools, hands, or table can cause slipping that can lead to injury. Sharper is not better. A sharper knife is not necessarily better because it often becomes wedged in the thicker part of the pumpkin, requiring force to remove it. An injury can occur if your hand is in the wrong place when the knife finally dislodges from the thick skin of the pumpkin. Injuries are also sustained when the knife slips and comes out the other side of the pumpkin, where your hand may be holding it steady. Use a pumpkin carving kit. Special kits are available in stores and include small, serrated pumpkin saws that work better because they are less likely to get stuck in the thick pumpkin tissue. If they do get jammed and then wedge free, they are not sharp enough to cause a deep penetrating cut. Another popular Halloween activity is a good old-fashioned Halloween party, which can be a fun and safe activity if treated with a little bit of responsibility. Unlike our friend Drew here, who's decided to attend one of his local Halloween parties. But upon doing so, Monster mashed a little more than he should have and has now decided to drive home.
He did the Monster Mash.
Now with Halloween night still in full swing, there are many children and families still on the neighborhood and in the streets. As Drew enters his neighborhood with his impaired driving, he has now become one of the risks these children and families face. With his lack of awareness, he has now crashed into a pole and must answer for his actions to the local police officer. Now our friend Drew is going to be visited by 3 spirits on this All Hallows Eve. The ghost of past better decisions. Uber, Lyft, and taxi. Yes, these are all great alternatives to anybody who needs assistance getting home after leaving any fall festivity or event. Yes, if we all take the proper precautions and prepare ourselves and our families for Halloween,
and follow these few steps, we can make sure ourselves and our family, as well as our neighbors and coworkers, all have a safe and fun Halloween night. And we can all return Monday morning with many spooky stories. And remember, stay safe.